be wary, my friend. I can assure you that those conventional authorities in the countries will not love you.
Probably not.
Hello everyone and welcome to another video by Centipede Geek. Today I'm going to discuss my thoughts and opinions upon the all-new NBC television series known as Crossing Lines. And without any further ado, let's get to it, shall we? As always, if you don't watch my videos regularly, what I do in my pilot reviews is I tell everyone a little about the creator of the series. That way you guys can be more informed. I will also inform you guys the three main actors in the show. That way, maybe you guys might know the actors. So the creator of Crossing Lines on the NBC television channel is a guy by the name of Edward Allen Bernero. And pretty much what Edward Bernero is known for doing is he co-created the series known as Third Watch. He also worked on as an executive producer on the series known as Criminal Minds. And then he created the spin-off. He co-created the spin-off of Criminal Minds known as Criminal Minds Suspect Behavior. And that's pretty much the main stuff he is known for doing. So Crossing Lines on NBC stars famous actors such as William Fichtner, Donald Sutherland, and then another man by the name of Mark Levine. And pretty much what Crossing Lines is, it's pretty much, if you think about it, your procedural police show. It's pretty much a cop show about a serial killer, or, not one consistent serial killer, but a different, killer in every episode. And then there is a group of 7 cops or 7 special agents, and each cop or special agent character have a different, unique talent or unique a thing where, like, one of them is very smart, so he has, like, knowledge of technology. Another person is like a special agent with weapons, and you get the idea. 7 different people with 7 different, types of knowledge, and they all team up to take out a different killer in a different episode. And that's pretty much the main gist. What we have is Donald Sutherland pretty much plays, I believe, like this judge character. He's kind of the guy, that they go to for help and stuff like that. William Fichtner plays pretty much this washed up cop, a guy that used to be a cop, but kind of like the generic guy you can expect, the guy that used to be a cop, and they need him back now because they want him to join the special agent crew because he is the oldest of them, the wisest, the smartest guy to take on the job. And then so, the character of Mark Levine hires William Fichtner's character, and Mark Levine pretty much plays the leader of these people, and I believe he's a French actor. So this Frenchman pretty much hires this American guy to help them out, and like I said, Mark Levine plays the Frenchman because he's actually a French actor, and he's the one that hires them, and then occasionally, like I said, they go to Donald Sutherland's character for help and stuff like that. That's pretty much the main gist of the NBC television series known as Crossing Lines. Overall, my thoughts and opinions on this show, what this show does, interesting enough, is it takes your generic cop show, your generic police procedural show where there's a different killer, a different, premise in every episode, and it actually makes it somewhat interesting. Now, what do I mean by that? How does it make it somewhat interesting? Well, the way it does that, it has, like I was saying earlier, it has your generic plot, a killer. It has kind of, your generic actor, a washed up cop coming back into the field. But the thing it does is it actually makes these somewhat generic things that we have seen before in many television series. Recently I saw, in King and Maxwell, but that did it in more of a comedic fashion. And what Crossing Lines does is it does it in more of a serious fashion. Yes, there is comedic and comedy and, funny and, stuff every now and then, but Crossing Lines, for the most part, does it in a very serious fashion where it actually makes it somewhat interesting. I thought overall it was a pretty, a really good pilot. No, it wasn't an amazing pilot, but it did have some amazing things about it. And let's talk about some of those things. Let's talk about actors and performances first. So one of the things I liked about it was the characters involved. William Fichtner, like I said, plays the washed up cop. And overall, I really enjoyed William Fichtner's performance. He was a great character, and overall, I just really enjoyed him. He is previously known for being in series such as, he was in a series back in '94 called Grace Under Fire. He was in a series called MDs back in '02. He was in an '05 and '06 series by the name of Invasion. He was also in an '06 to '09 series by the name of Prison Break. And he was also in an '09 to an '11 series by the name of Entourage. And those are pretty much his main television series. He's also been in many films and many other things, but those are his main credits. So William Fichtner plays his character, a very serious character, a character who is addicted to morphine. He got shot in the hand, so he can't shoot. He plays his character, I guess you could say, in a very suffering way, not where you feel sorry for his character in any fashion, but he plays his character in a very suffering way where you feel like you don't feel like you can suffer with him, you don't feel like you have sympathy for him, but you feel like you can feel for his character in somewhat of a fashion. And overall, I think William Fichtner was a great pick for the main character. He has, I guess you could say, somewhat of a presence to him that makes him likable to watch on screen. Overall, William Fichtner, I like his dialogue. I like the scenes with him. He plays his character in an emotional fashion where it has somewhat of an emotional resonance in him that makes him likable to watch on the television screen. Then we have another character. This guy I'm not known from anything, honestly. Let's see. He was in the 1984 film called Frankenstein 90. Looks like he's been in a lot of French films and French stuff. So that's pretty much what he's mainly known for doing, is a lot of a lot of films and stuff like that in his own country. So our character Mark Levine, the actor Mark Levine, plays pretty much our main. I don't know the character's name, but the Frenchman. He pretty much plays the guy that hires William Fichtner's character back on the job, and for some reason, I also thought that Mark Levine had a nice presence to him. He was a guy that was determined. He was desperate to get William Fichtner back on. And he played his character in such a such a determined fashion where it made his character also likable to watch on the screen. He was very entertaining to watch the way he had his facial expressions, and I just thought he was really good. Donald Sutherland in the show kind of plays, I guess you could say, a supporting character, not a huge character, but he is in about, I guess you could say 3 or 4 different scenes. And Donald Sutherland, he was pretty decent. I wouldn't say he was downright amazing. I don't think he was anywhere near as good as Mark Levine or William Fichtner, but I thought Donald Sutherland overall was a pretty good actor, and I think only as the series goes on, he'll probably get better. What I enjoyed about Crossing Lines on the NBC television channel the most, the all-new television series, what I enjoyed the most about the series was that it took, like I said earlier, it took a generic premise and it made it somewhat interesting. We have a serial killer who has killed 4 girls in 4 different countries, so he has, access to different places, an interesting premise with some interesting characters, and it looks like there's some sort of underlying element where the same man who shot William Fichtner's character is the same guy who killed Mark Levine's wife's, or not his wife, but his son's character, and it looks like, him and his, Mark Levine's wife may have some sort of romance. I'm not for sure yet, but it looks like, he saved her, so it looks like, they might have some sort of romance, though I could be wrong. But, the same guy who shot him is the same guy who killed Mark Levine's character's son. So I do like the underlining element. It gives the series more of a flesh and more of a backdrop, which could create to a pretty well written series if it turns out to be what I think it will be. Anyways, that's pretty much my thoughts and opinions on the NBC television series known as Crossing Lines. It seems that the series is going to have a total of about 10 episodes, I believe, so let's see how it'll go, right? Overall, the pilot was pretty decent so far. It comes on every Sunday night, not Mondays, every Sunday night, 9 o'clock Central, and then 10 o'clock for everyone else. This was the 2-hour season premiere that I just reviewed. Once again, thanks for watching another video by Centipede Geek. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to our page below, and I'll see you guys later with more videos by Centipede Geek.